Hey everybody, it's Merkel, and today I will be showing you all of the enchanting changes with Legion. Now, at the beginning of every expansion, enchanting is always really expensive, right? But I believe more so now than ever, because here's the ring enchantments, okay? And it takes 4 of the Chaos Crystal, and this is rank 2, mind you. But 4 of the Chaos Crystal. And that means you're going to have to disenchant 4 epic items. It's not like with Warlords of Draenor, right? We had at least the garrison to feed us some temporal crystals, but there's nothing in this one, right? You're stuck doing this. The bags that are for enchanting only have Arcana and the Leylight Shards, which are the mana Seeker bags that you get from the Nightfallen reputation, and I did do a video on them. And even then, they don't contain very much of this stuff. But, so this is going to be extremely expensive, more so than other expansions in my opinion. So, that's just my first thought on enchanting, because look, that takes 4. You're going to need 2 ring enchantments. Well, the back enchantment takes 10 at the first rank, and it cost 1 just to learn the pattern. And then the neck enchantments. Neck enchantments kind of replace weapon enchantments in Legion. So there's no weapon enchantments, they're neck enchantments. These take 15. And the odds are, these aren't going to be that common, right? Because who's going to be disenchanting their epic gear when it's upgrades, right? The only piece I've ever gotten that was epic that would have gave me one of these things, I couldn't disenchant it because it was an upgrade. So I don't really have any choice but to keep it. So I could see enchanting being probably the most expensive in, profession at the beginning of the expansion, but possibly also very profitable with the fact that people are going to want these things, especially raiders, but they're not going to have a readily supply of this kind of stuff. Because to top it off, I should say, right, the not just any of them, right? All of these are the neck enchantments, as well as the few that I have learned here. However, these get improved by you having the best ring enchantments and the best cloak enchantment. It increases the quality of your ability or something like that along the lines, which is really cool because it means enchanters are going to have a higher demand to have, all these items available because the raiders are going to need this to make their neck enchantments better. So that's a really cool improvement to enchanting, I guess, because then it requires these to be made. Now, I'll bet you could go for the crappier versions and not have a neck enchantment, but that's not going to be the best in slot gear, getting you those world firsts and realm firsts and all that wonderful stuff. So it's going to be very important to get chaos crystals. I can see these going for like 1,500 to 2K each already. And the enchantment itself is going to be like 15K. So it's going to be very, very, very profitable if you can get your hands on these for fairly cheap. I wouldn't say what cheap really will be. But anyways, enchanters also have a shoulder enchantment on their own. This will be really useful at the beginning of the expansion. Mind you, it gives you this item, which I am collecting a couple of them. It's scavenged cloth. Obviously contains cloth, but it may contain other things. I have yet to see that, so we're going to see when we open them. But it's a shoulder enchantment that requires no reputation, right? You may as well throw it on your shoulder while you're leveling if you can get your hands on one of these, simply because that's more money you're making passively while leveling until you get a reputation one to add to your shoulders then. Because all the reputation ones require either honored or revered, and even one requires exalted. So you may as well have something on there until you get one of those statuses. Very, very useful there. They also have a couple toys and pets. There's 1 toy, 3 pets. I have no mounts. But okay, this is the enchanted pen. And all these pets are going to be very expensive too. Because look at that cost. 20 blue items, 5 epic items, 50 arcana, and then 10 fellhide. This is the skinning rare item. So like mining, herbalism, and skinning all have rare, expensive items which are obtained through world quests. This one being fellhide. Again, the world quest only usually gives you 5, so that's 10 of those. These are going to be at least, I'm guessing, 1,000 gold each. So 1,000 gold each minimum for these. These probably 100 gold each. You're looking at about a 20k pet that'll probably be worth 40k when you resell it. So very expensive there. The other two pets here we have are the Enchanted Cauldron. Again, it takes the expensive mining item, and then the Enchanted Torch, it takes the expensive herbalism item. And then the Leylight Brazier is with Blood of Sargeras, which is, of course, BOP you have to collect on your own. However, with Enchanting, they added it so when you disenchant items, you have a chance to get a Blood of Sargeras, which is very nice. So there's that. These are the relics. Again, this is going to be worth a lot because I found out what the utility of these things are, right? The things that you craft can be destroyed and turned into... Let me find it. Where did I put that crap in my bag? I bet it went in my... You know what? I bet it came in here. Okay. Oh, what is that? There it is. Obliterum Ash. Sorry, I had to look for it. Obliterum Ash. See, one of these relics gives almost a complete Obliterum Ash. And the Obliterum is used to upgrade your items. Right? For every Obliterum, you can add 5 item levels to any crafted item. I think that goes all the way up to 875. So, yes, these will be very, very useful in the fact that they're going to get destroyed. That's what you do. You craft them to destroy them and get Obliterum. And then the person with the Obliterum can upgrade their BOEs all the way up to 875. So they will be extremely ready for raiding. That's why professions are expensive. Now, another cool thing, though, is glove enchantments. These are nice. The glove enchantments, all they do is they speed it up to the speed as if you were one of those classes born with it, right? So, Legion Herbalism, like Taurens, they can take herbs extremely fast. Well, with the Legion Herbalism enchantment, anybody can do that. The same with mining, skinning, and surveying. So, very, very cool. I recommend, frankly, instead of wasting your money and buying multiple of these, just get a decent glove and slap it on there and then swap out for the glove when you're deciding to go do herbalism or something. That way you're not wasting tons of money buying a new Legion herbalism enchantment every single time you need a new pair of gloves. So that's my recommendation anyways. And then finally, the tomes. Now, the tomes are going to be a great moneymaker, even past Legion, frankly, because these are going to be always in demand for people that are collecting. As we found out, this is not what I thought it did, so in any case, these are going to be in demand. For those of you that saw, you know I thought they did something else. I thought this was going to give its own enchantment. Guess not. But in any case, these are going to be... I guess how I should say this is low supply, really, right? Because the items that are required to collect this is just different than normal stuff, right? You're going out of your way to collect these things because you're a farmer, and the items that you need to get these, let's just go into detail about them, right? Large Brilliant Shards. The place you go to get large Brilliant Shards would be Lower Blackrock Spire to farm them pretty efficiently. But how many people go farm Lower Blackrock Spire, right? There's probably not very many large Brilliant Shards on your auction house right now. And as for these other things, even this, you have to kind of go out of your way to farm it, doing like Stratholme or something. This, if you do Molten Core, you're going to have hundreds of them, not a big deal. And this one, even more so, because there's very few places to farm this efficiently. So, very weird items, right? I could see this tome being 3 to 4k each pretty easily, because again, you have to be a farmer to go out of your way to get this stuff, but people are going to want this anyways. So yeah, definitely good for people like us. Again, let's look at the Outland one, right? These two items are the most difficult. This one's not too bad. You could do Karazhan and get a large quantity of it, but this one is expensive in its own. These are like 200 to 300 gold each, and these, you can just do instances for this and raids for that. Not too hard. All of the Northrend ones, not too expensive, I don't think. Really, that's a pretty cheap one. You could probably see this one going for like 1 to 2k each because all those items are fairly easy to come by. So of all of them, this is probably the cheapest one. Outlands, though, this one does really well, frankly, because it's just... I mean, this item itself is going to boost the price. I think this one would be 4 to 5k. Elemental Lord's probably the most expensive though, because it has a weird quest you gotta go do in Deepholm just to unlock the pattern. How many people are gonna go out of their way to do that, right? These are all just learned from vendors, so very simple to come by. But this one, you actually gotta go out of your way to do it. So this one might have the highest price. Cataclysm, again, it's just a vendor one, but uh, it won't be too bad. These are probably in less demand. I mean, these are probably in more demand than this one because this is pretty easy to get. All you got to do is run something like Dragon Soul and disenchant the stuff. But then this, you'd actually have to go to your way to do instances to collect these. These are going to be a lot rarer, right? Like, all these are going to be rarer with the nerf to the potions. So this will boost their prices simply because these will be harder to come by. So that's an interesting one. This one, again, this one might be expensive too because you gotta go out of your way to get revered with the Shadow Pan people, right? And then you'll be able to unlock these. Or, well, these are farmed, obviously, but you'll unlock the pattern for that. So I could see this one being expensive too, simply because you gotta do something to unlock it. Pandaria, again, just another one you buy from the vendor. Not too hard to get these either. These will be pretty easy to get because come Legion, trust me, you're going to be able to easily solo almost anything in Pandaria. So very, very easy to collect those. And then the Draenor one just cost one of the little thing. But definitely gives a reason to keep collecting Savage Blood because look at that. It takes 15. This is going to be really, I don't know, expensive because these are going to be in much less supply. So you may be better off saving your Savage Bloods. They might be worth more in Legion than they are currently in WoD. Just a little tip from me, my opinion anyways, because right now they're what, 50 to 70 gold. I bet with this update they're going to be 100 to at least 200 because who's going to go out of their way to go farm more traps and stuff. But yeah, definitely something to think about. That's about it. And that's all there really is to the Legion enchantments. So now we have neck enchantments instead of weapons. To improve your neck enchantment, you have to wear the top tier ring and cloak enchantments. So definitely boosting our utility as opposed to other people. We get 3 new pets, all going to be worth a lot for those collectors. And that's it. All the tomes. These are a nice way to make money too. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.